Today in crypto, is the DeFi niche a bubble on the verge of popping, or are we only getting started and do 100x gains wait ahead? Personally, I am in the we are only just getting started camp, and there are massive gains ahead. This sector could be the key to the coming bull run. This video is going to explain why I believe that DeFi will be a key niche for the crypto market, especially for those looking for gains in the coming bull run, as well as some of the realities that you need to be aware of if you are investing in decentralized finance cryptocurrencies. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild, wild land of crypto. A big thank you to Blockfi for sponsoring today's episode. Blockfi is my favorite place to lend out my crypto. 6% for Bitcoin, 4.5% for Ethereum, and 8.6% for stablecoins like USDC and Paxos. There are no lockups, and FlexiPay gives you the option to deposit dollars and get paid interest in Bitcoin while you wait to buy the dip. And Blockfi also offers loans, so you can take out a cash loan using your cryptocurrency as collateral without actually needing to go out and sell your crypto. There is a link down below where you can learn more and get signed up and start earning with Blockfi today. Okay, so we have seen some sick gains in the DeFi sector in the last few months. If you've been living under a rock, you probably didn't know that. Otherwise, you've seen this happening. This dramatic growth already has some people out there screaming, "This is a bubble, it's all going to end badly." But while there may be some overblown valuations in the short term, if we look at the facts, then this price run for decentralized finance is likely only getting started. The total funds locked in decentralized finance, it is trending upwards at an incredible rate right now. We are closing in on $2 billion locked in DeFi, which has just basically doubled in about a month's time. Decentralized exchange volume has risen dramatically this year, setting new records month after month, and have already completely eclipsing the DEX volume for 2019. And as it stands, decentralized exchange volume is only a tiny fraction when we compare it to centralized exchange volume, meaning that there is an incredible amount of growth space for DEXs. But even with this happening, the fact is that people actually using DeFi right now, it is quite limited to a small group of pioneers, especially for the more advanced platforms. Whales have the most to gain from DeFi right now, as they can capture the lion's share of the rewards. If they can come in with $1 million or a few $1 million with Ethereum, they can get a significant amount of rewards. But outside of the whales and some hardcore tech nerds, the actual understanding of the DeFi protocols and the usage of these DeFi protocols remains very low. There are only around 6,000 daily users across the entire DeFi space at the moment. And if we're looking at that honestly, the coming milestone of $2 billion locked in DeFi along with 6,000 users a day, this is child's play when compared to other markets, even to the centralized finance aspects of the cryptocurrency markets as they stand today. Which says to me that far from DeFi being a bubble, that there's actually an incredible amount of upside potential that we are seeing right here, right now, as we wait for more users to come in and for more money to come in. Imagine where the market cap of these protocols is going to be when we have 60,000 daily users instead of 6,000, or 600,000 daily users instead of 6,000 daily users, or when there is $100 billion locked in DeFi protocols. We stand on the precipice of sick gains. But we also need things to be easier for users. We do have wallets like Argent, which is a big step towards easier crypto adoption. But that product is just a first iteration. I think within 2 years, we're going to have solutions that are so easy that people won't even realize that they are using blockchain. You'll just have the option, earn interest here, do a swap here, and it's going to be super, super easy for people. This is what we need for viral adoption of decentralized finance technology. And actually, that's not really unique to DeFi. The entire crypto sphere needs to be more user-friendly for people. There's still a lot of people who are just terrified to move their crypto off of centralized exchanges because they think they're going to make a mistake. We need to get past that. Another reason why DeFi is far from being a short-term bubble is that what we're really looking at here is the building blocks of the next bull run that are being put into place. The addressable market that DeFi is working towards, it is hundreds of trillions of dollars in value. Bitcoin, by contrast, realistically probably mostly addresses the market cap of gold. Ethereum in the DeFi ecosystem, it addresses stocks and bonds and derivatives and cash and real estate. It also addresses Bitcoin. It also addresses gold. Those things are being tokenized and absorbed into Ethereum right now. However, even with the massive anticipated growth, there are of course some things that we must keep an eye on as investors. A big one is the price to earnings ratio for DeFi tokens right now, which is way out of whack. Now for context, the average historical PE ratio of the S&P 500 has been around 13 to 15. So for reference, in crypto, Bancor is 42, Balancer is 80, Kyber is 89, IDEX is 126, Compound Finance is 170, Synthetics is 284, 0x is 893, and MakerDAO is 1,882. Crazy, man. What this means for us as investors is that many of these tokens, wildly overvalued, if of course we take the PE ratio as an important metric for the crypto world. And if we're seriously looking at this, then I think we need to admit to ourselves that many cryptocurrencies right now are wildly overvalued, and they are boosted up by incredible amounts of speculation that these are going to be incredibly valuable platforms in the future. Now, how long this speculation is likely to last at these high, really blown out levels is anyone's guess. But at some point, reality will force a rebalancing on some of these prices. Either the DeFi protocols, they increase their PE ratio, which could be easily achieved by some players like Bancor or Synthetics or Kyber. They could easily cross that gap, gain more volume, gain more market dominance, and have more reasonable levels. Or prices fall dramatically in some cases to balance things out. Now at this stage, it seems to be quite clear that many investors are pretty gosh darn unconcerned about these factors if they're even aware of them at all. As long as numbers go up, then they don't really care about these particular things. But the expectation for people who do understand, might be looking at this, is that buying now is getting in early on cryptos that can form a fundamental base of the crypto economy, and that reality will catch up with valuations in a good way. That's why, for example, I'm holding Kyber, even though it's got a high PE ratio. I think it's going to catch up in a very big way. But I do need to underline here that the big corrections, they can and will happen in the DeFi market as well as the rest of the crypto market. This is crypto, man. Nothing goes up forever. In fact, dramatic crashes are a near certainty in this market. In fact, they're like a feature of this market. When this happens, we get two things. One, you can come in and scoop up those tokens on the cheap. So it's great for speculators and investors when we do get these dramatic crashes. And the second thing is that users of DeFi platforms can be in big trouble as they face cascading liquidations in some circumstances, which can result in truly significant losses for some of the market participants who are over leveraged. And also, we do need to understand this is still just the very early stages of DeFi, and there's a few things that we as investors need to be aware of. There is going to be scams, and there is going to be hacks. Now, if the ICO boom is anything to go by, then there will certainly be a load of scammy DeFi tokens that end up coming out. It's going to happen over the next year or two. Stay wary of those. It's going to happen. And we've already seen a variety, of course, of loopholes in DeFi protocols being exploited, and even a few hacks have happened, although the actual hacks tend to be rarer than simply clever people gaming the system, getting these loopholes, exploiting those loopholes. Still though, risks do remain, and anyone using these platforms must understand they are pioneers, and that being a pioneer is risky, and that you could lose significant amounts of money in a very quick time using these DeFi protocols. So is DeFi in a bubble? Not even close, in my opinion. Wait until late 2021 to start having serious conversations about bubbles forming in the DeFi market. If we look at this bubble cheat sheet here, then I think we haven't even hit the first sell-off stage yet. So we're still way early, even if we have seen some big valuations popping up. We're just starting to see players like the big funds starting to move in. They've barely started trickling in, but they are coming. Normies, they're going to come too. So watch out for that. You need to understand that all of this market action that we've seen recently, the 10Xs and the 20Xs, it's been crazy. This has happened during a period of completely low hype in the market. This could be as significant, the DeFi movement, in terms of price, and of course much more meaningful in terms of ecosystem development than the ICO boom ever was or could think about being. DeFi at its core is far more sustainable for the long run. It's going to bring so much value into Ethereum, so much value into some of the other chains like Tezos that are starting to work on this as well. But that steady growth versus the flash in the pan mania that the ICO boom was is going to be a healthy thing for the crypto markets. My bet is that 2021 will be when the real insanity starts to kick off for DeFi. DeFi, it could become a multi-trillion-dollar market cap and drive some real just deep crypto adoption. These are the tools that make cryptocurrency useful and relevant beyond just sending money from point A to point B or just hodling your Bitcoin. The gains that we have seen so far in DeFi, I believe these are only just the little hors d'oeuvres of what is yet to come. Anyway, those are just my 2 Satoshis, of course. As always, I'm very keen to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think that the DeFi market is currently a bubble just waiting to pop and ruin everybody? Or do you think that we are only just getting started and that sick gains await the savvy investor? Let me know your opinion down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are and whatever you're doing out there in the wild, wild world beyond crypto. It's out there, people doing things. It's crazy. Anyway, long live the blockchain and peace out till next time.